I encountered this also quite a bit where our founders say, yeah, we are differentiated from the biggest competitor within these areas. And they
Yeah.
list out three, four, five, six different areas.
Yeah.
How do you keep that from the core messaging on the website to be very crisp as opposed to very busy and convoluted, even though all three to six of these key differentiator factors might be true? How
Yeah.
do you pick the, or do you even suggest picking one or two to call out?
Yeah. It's usually there's two ways of thinking about it. It's sometimes the multitude of differentiation, like vectors, can bubble up into one concept, right? Like the privacy example of DuckDuckGo, you
Yeah.
could say, or the collaboration example of Figma, where you're like all these things, multiple cursors in the same project, totally cloud-based. You don't have to buy physical software that you get on a CD and install, and like all this type of stuff like that could all ladder up to this collaboration concept. But then sometimes it's like actually the laddered up version is still abstract and people really don't get it. Like you see that a lot when companies are like, we're the modern one, like the modern CRM. And it's like, is that going to work? I don't know, maybe. But in a lot of times that's too vague. And you're almost better picking one of them, like a hero feature, something
Yeah.
specific. And in those instances, it's more if you ever, we used to use this analogy back in the day, but if you've ever been to Panda Express, the restaurant, it's
Yeah.
like you go to Panda Express and then people are like, you got to try the orange chicken. And it's like the one thing they're known for, right? Or Chick-fil-A with the chicken sandwich. There's restaurants that have a big menu, but it's like there's one thing you really have to try at the beginning. And that's the thing that's really going to make you come in and learn about everything else. So we
Yeah.
also tell people that like your differentiation doesn't have to carry the weight of every single thing that you do that is differentiated. It
Yeah.
just, in many cases, has to be enough to have people give you a shot. And that might be something as simple as like the orange chicken, where the software has some specific capability. Like I'll give you an example. We switched from DocuSign to PandaDoc because DocuSign was you had to upload at that time, you had to upload a contract, create little boxes where they would sign over it. And
Yep.
PandaDoc had a contract builder. And it was like, just make the contract in here and then it'll all be automatic. And we were like, oh my gosh, that would save us so much time. And then we switched. So there's literally one feature. And then I just saw, I don't know if you've ever heard of the firm called Winter, WYN, I think TER.
Yep. Yep.
They just did a big quantitative study and they were like, what in these fields where it is more mature, what made you pick one company over the others? And I think 49% of the time it was a specific product capability. So it's like there's sometimes you just have a sweet sauce and that's the thing you put up front and center. And that's what will get people to switch. And you don't have to try to say that here's 37 reasons you should switch. Sometimes it's good just enough to have one.